And welcome back, sages and witches, to Let's Play Bayonetta 2. Had to take a bit of a break in recording because I got ill. I spent the time playing Splatfest and Splatoon 3 while I was just waiting to get better. But now I'm relatively good. Might be a little congested, but still capable of playing and talking. So, let's get started with Chapter 15, the penultimate chapter, Truth. Starting off the chapter here, we get dropped into an arena, and we've got a whole variety of angels to fight, and of course I screw up immediately and get hit, but that's okay. It's what you come to expect when you haven't really played and commentated in, like, 5 days, was it? Whatever. Anyway, it is pretty simple starting off. Just a bunch of low-tier guys, and then the bigger guys, and this is, oh man, this is why I really dislike fighting with Rosa. She always wants to go after the things that you're targeting, and she knocks them away, and interrupts your combos, and makes it hard to pay attention to anything specific. So, yeah, I'm not going to be too upset when we finally don't have to fight alongside her anymore. It's honestly been pretty obnoxious how she just gets in the way of so many combos. After you kill a bunch of these guys, eventually Grace and Glory show up, everybody's favorite. And once again, I'm just struggling to regain control of the situation. Now, something good that I learned about Grace and Glory is that when you get them into the air, you can do some pretty nasty damage to them. Oh man, I didn't even see that guy there. I was so focused on Grace and Glory, I couldn't see him winding up his attack. Yeah, that's by far the biggest threat of this fight. As you can see, I've dropped my combos like crazy here. So that's by far the most annoying thing of this fight, is just losing track of something that is less threatening, and because you're not paying attention to it, it's just going to whack you upside the head when you least expect it. Alright, that's Grace and Glory taken out. Let's just do a taunt here to extend our combo real quick. We've got Fairness and Fearless coming back. As before, I don't remember which one is which. It doesn't really matter too much. The differences between them are pretty minor, so I'm not overly concerned with getting them correctly identified. Whoop, hey. All I know is that the blue one has like a thing where he can like teleport, and he likes to spin his tail out, whereas the red one, he likes to do a roar that can stun you and shoot fireballs every once in a while. Okay. Should have this under control, and you know what, just for flavor, and because I've been getting beat up pretty bad here, let's just use a torture attack to finish this guy off. Once you take him out, a bunch of arcs are going to be bombarding you. They're not terribly threatening. Actually, it looks like the arc bombardment's already happened, so now we're getting on to the fights with the Beloveds here. We also got some more angels here. Okay. And these guys, they're basically big walls of HP. The thing that for the love of, man, I have just been taking hits like crazy. But the big thing you have to worry about is that we got two of them, so it's easy enough to keep track of one of them, but yeah, as you can see, I couldn't even see that guy through the one Beloved, so he just managed to hit me with a nasty attack. Woo, sorry. My voice is getting a little croaked up here. And, of course, yeah, this is where the fight gets really tough. It's just hard to keep track of these two big guys, especially when the camera's not very cooperative. And like I said, Rosa just keeps knocking stuff around with her combos, so it actually makes it really hard to commit to what you want to. Since we're on the first fight, I'm just gonna say no continue. Let's get through this without a penalty. I'll cut back to when we're fighting the Beloveds again. Man, I have not been able to finish this fight without taking an absolute ton of damage. Right at the end there, I picked up the stupid axe that the Beloved drop. I absolutely hate it when that happens. It always causes me to take a hit because it wasn't what I meant to do. Anyways, continuing the boss refight Bonanza, we got one more to do. The order that you refight the bosses in is really random. It doesn't really line up with Bayonetta 1 at all, save for, you know, you fought Fortitudo first, who was the first boss of that game. Otherwise, you kind of fight them in just a random order. Anyways, I took a hit there that was really dumb. I should have been able to avoid it, but of course I didn't. But otherwise, this guy is actually really easy. The tough thing to have to deal with is that I usually just take so much damage off of that previous fight. I'm usually coming into it, well, in this exact situation that I'm in right now. You know, I just took a ton of damage, so I'm low on health, and a single mistake leads to death. Fortunately, this guy's pattern is extremely simple, so it's not too threatening. Okay, so he's going to slam down with that one. There we go. Don't really like when he does that attack because it doesn't give you too many opportunities to actually lay into him. But yeah, as you can see, you can deal just tons of damage to him. Not even a climax to finish him off with, so very simple fight. Normally I pure platinum that, but because I'm recording, you know, just not in the cards.
Symbol of the Umbran Way. No! There's no way that this could have been his plan.
Rosa mentions a mysterious plan by someone, but who she's talking about, we can only speculate. Now we're thrown onto a falling clock segment, much like the one from the start of the game, and there we go. I was waiting for that to happen. Every so often, one of those guys is going to fly by. You can tell it's going to happen because the camera just zooms out really quickly, but all too often, you're not going to be able to see what angle they're flying in from, so you just have to know the timing to avoid that. This is another fight that I really dislike, just because it's kind of a cheap thing, and it's so hard to keep track of it in the chaos. It's not too bad once we're fighting a bunch of weak things, and yeah, I almost always get hit by those things. I get so annoyed by them. Okay, that was not too bad. We actually managed to avoid that. Use the generous witch time they give us to get a good Umbran Climax combo on the Grace and Glory here. Alright, whoop. That time I could see where that one was coming in. We'll use the Umbran Client, or the Witch Time off of that to just finish off the Grace and Glory as best we can. And keep moving. You still get hurt if they hit you during the end of verse roundup, if I remember correctly. Usually don't get hurt during those sections, but I feel like I remember getting hurt during that.
Oh, sorry, love. Kinda missed a bit there.
Little one.
Here to guide you as always. Someone sent you back 500 years, it seems. I see you've already discovered the truth. They don't call you the left eye for naught, do they? Who are you? Never mind that. Something more important to talk about, my dear. The witch and the sage are still alive. Trifling creatures, both of them. I must be rid of them as soon as possible. I want what they have. I want back what is mine. The eyes of the world.
What?
The other me escaped to the future, and I can't let him have them. Which is why I must see you eliminated, my dear.
Bayonetta was not fooled for a second by the differently clothed Loki, who we have a name for now, Lopter, and it looks like he wants the eyes of the world for some purpose. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Going into this, I'm going to switch to Rakshasa. He likes to open with that attack where he throws ice on the ground. He is completely vulnerable while doing that, so you may as well just stiletto in and get a good combo in on him. Anyways, I like to use Rakshasa and just do quick, non-committal punch combos. Occasionally switch to Salamandra or Alruna to get a slam in. Getting a little careless there. When he's far away like that, that's also a good opportunity to get a slam in. Ooh, oh, whoa. Mistiming all sorts of things right now. Oh, well. As always, I know I'm not going to do perfect on these recordings, so just gotta do the best I can. Hopefully get through this without a death, although not seeming too likely, but we'll do the best we can. Also get in an Umbran Climax combo. The demon summons are... Oh, he's throwing down more ice. Like I said, good opportunity to just wail on him, since he does not defend himself at all. He often just throws the ice all around you. Whoa! Oh no, I knew I was going to mistime that. Oh well. Oh, hey. Actually, I've not seen him do that attack in a while, so yeah, we ate a death there, but hey, I was able to get through the beginning without death. Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot. We also got one on the other, the previous verse. There's so much to keep track of. I'm losing track of my deaths. Like before, he opens up with the ice, so let's just wail on him. There we go. I was expecting Witch Time there, and I kind of got ahead of myself. Oh, well. Now we have Witch Time. So yeah, just do the punch combos, and this is not an overly complicated fight. Love the slam, it's just so satisfying to see. I'm mostly just mixing those in for flavor. There is actually an exploit revolving around that slam that is by far the most damaging thing you can do in the game, and is pretty much required for a bonus chapter, which we may or may not be going over in the near future. It's all going to depend on my schedule and if I can work up the motivation to do it. I hit him out of his attack there with the Wicked Weave. Gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed with how much damage I'm eating here. I feel like I should be dodging these a bit more consistently, but I always feel that, don't I? And let's just get this in. Alright, nice. Once you get him to around half dead... Oh, what the heck? I could have sworn that we would have had Witch Time there. Whatever. But once he gets around half dead, we get a little cutscene here. But this is not the end of the battle, and I don't even think this triggers a checkpoint. This is just transitioning us into a climax action. Madama Butterfly, you have been a consistent ally throughout this entire journey. Anyways, we rev her up, you know, nice little headbutt there. Sadly, no damage to advance the fight off of that. That is just to look cool, and that's all there is to it. And business resumes as usual. Oh, hey, sweet, got Retribution of Thorns. That is the Bewitchment. I think you have to slam enemies 30 times, I want to say, to get that one. But if you're using El Runa at all, you'll basically just get that as a matter. Whoa! Oh, watch out for that. That attack is not fun in the slightest. He's summoning... Oh, whoa, so many different attacks here. Funnily enough, in my practice attempt of the stage, he did not vary up his combos too much after the change, so there's a lot of things I'm seeing here that I'm not as familiar on dodging. Woo! Yep, more meteors. Okay, let's see if we can't get through the rest of this without taking a death. Just throw them down there. Okay. Come on. Yeah, I just canceled the Umbran Climax there to see if I could save some magic. Doesn't look like I did, so not really much purpose for me doing that, but oh well. And what's he gonna do next? Come on. Okay, and if I can just get another Witch Time, we should be able to finish him off. Nah, looks like we need one more. Okay.
And now, if you'll excuse me, my dear.
If I got it right, then this gate should lead to... Kid! Hey, pull yourself together. What happened?
Luca, was it? You know the way to Fimbulventr, right? Please, take me there. I remember. I remember everything. I have to hurry.
Are you nuts, kid? We need to get you patched up.
There's no time! Please take me to Fimbleventer, or the world will end! He and I, we are good and evil. Evil cannot be all that is left.
What?
Keep us safe with this. It's my trump card. Please. Just take me there.
Girls passing out in front of me I'm used to. But this is unbelievable. Well, I guess it beats addicting toddlers to lollipops.
A little callback to Bayonetta 1 there for you. There's been a lot of that in the past few chapters. I'm saying that like it's something unique. Speaking of callbacks to Bayonetta 1, once again we find ourselves in an area from Bayonetta 1. Now let me just crack open these statues here, because they often contain big green laurels, and yes, alright. That means I don't have to break out the lollipops at this moment. Over here, you want to get this crow here. I actually should not have jumped over it. This one you can pretty much just walk up to and grab it. So, yeah, get this guy, and we get Umbran Crow 19. Just one more to get. We're almost done with collecting these. Almost, but not quite. Heading over this way, we get a fight here that, on the lower difficulties, is identical to the one you get in Bayonetta 1, which is just a bunch of decorations. In Bayonetta 2, on Infinite Climax, you get Grace and Glory instead. Don't you feel, woo. Don't you feel special? Anyways, without Rosa interrupting my combos here, this is actually a much easier fight to manage since I completely control the flow of Grace and Glory and what they're doing, so I don't have to worry too much about dropping the combos that I'm trying to do on them. Sadly, could not get the pure platinum there, but even just taking a single hit on Grace and Glory, most people will agree, you know, you did pretty well there. Oh, it was a shame in my practice run that was a pure platinum verse, which I was really proud of. Could not replicate the feat here. Anyways, here we've got another engorged beloved, so big thing to deal with here is, yeah, the camera. He's just so big, it actually makes it kind of hard to read his moves. Okay, whoop. Actually almost took the hit there, because once again, I could not see what he was doing. And once you get the witch time, it's a good idea to slam him down into the ground. Creates a generous opening to deal damage to him. Oh, jeez. I'm getting shown the business here. Like that attack, because it's easy for me to see. Just waiting to get a second big magic pearl here. And once I have that, then I can slam him much more easily. Don't have to wait for witch time. I want to keep a big pearl in stock for a fight after this one. Alright, hold on. Let's not get over-aggressive here. Yeah, there we go. And should be able to finish him off here. Okay, oof, that was close. I was a little uncertain if I had the damage to do that there, and I did not, so it's a good thing I managed to pull that dodge out. Now, that gateway right there is the end of the level, but of course you can imagine there is other stuff for us to do. Now I'm going to have to bust out the lollipops, though, because we do not have any more free healing. Fortunately, we have plenty of them, so just use up a few Mega Herb lollipops, and we are good. We are gravy. Heading over here, we're going to have the last normal verse of the chapter, and this one's a doozy. We got Fairness and Fearless X2, so we got to deal with 4 of these guys before all is said and done, and of course I just take a hit immediately. Ugh. Yeah, this is exactly how you don't want this fight to start. I was just trying to delete one of them with the Umbran Climax, and it did not work out. Once these guys have got you surrounded, this is where it gets really hectic, because now you just got claws coming every which way, and it's so hard to keep track of which one's trying to swipe at you. Which is why I so badly just wanted to get rid of one right away. Oh man, I could have sworn I dodged that too. Oh well. One of them teleported out, so gotta be careful there. They usually just appear right beside you. Come on, do something that I can dodge. Ugh. And of course, as soon as I do get something to dodge, I fail to dodge it. Yeah, not surprised that fight went so poorly. If you do not get a good opening to it, it just spirals out really quickly. So, looks like we're going in on 3 continues, and also I just robbed myself of no item thing, or no item bonus, because, I used the lollipops there. Oh well. Again, it's just what we gotta deal with. Hopefully I can keep track of this a little better now. There we go. Yeah, you just want to focus on taking out... Whoop. Ah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, it's better to just spam dodge on that. As long as you're not standing still, the roar won't stun you. I really shouldn't have been trying to time a dodge on that. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's perfect. That's beautiful. Alright, we're getting this. Just need to get this one... Oh, no. Oof. Woof. Whoa, hey, whoa. Okay, almost got this one taken care of. Just tap him with a few bullets and he's done. He is good night. Okay, now that we've only got one of them to deal with, this should be much less of a hassle. There we go. And, come on. Woo, what the heck? Nothing is going the way I planned this video. But hey, okay. That's the last normal verse of the chapter, so if I get messed up anymore, it's not a big deal. Because the only verse we have after this is Muspelheim. Here is the one Muspelheim portal of this chapter, and this one is also a bit weird, but I found a relatively consistent way to deal with it. First order of business is that we're going to equip Chernabog on our other set. Gonna go back to Salamandra Alruna here. Now, running forward, we get a Don't Hit the Ground challenge. Bunch of decorations, no problem. But we've got Beloved here, and we only have one platform to stand on. So my way of dealing with this is that I like to use the hold attack from Chernabog. Basically, anytime you see him moving towards you... I screwed up there. But anytime you see him moving towards you, you want to jump, and you want to make sure you're close to him so that you can do a vaulting jump off of him. So this fight is really tricky because it is a matter, the platform you have is going to be destroyed the second he attacks. That's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I messed up my combo there. So you do have to start jumping into him and vaulting off of him to keep your airtime going while mixing in attacks. I'm doing this pretty poorly. This one's very tricky, and honestly, even this strategy that I've come up with for it is not exactly perfect. It does not come anywhere near the combo score needed, so yeah, I just kind of have to deal with that. I am far from a perfect player of this game, so if I can at least finish it at all, I'm happy with that. Whoa, yeah, I got careless there. I should have jumped to the left. So I'm just going to cut ahead to when I finish this. If you want to do this with the combo, you can do the same thing, or get the combo score. You can do the same thing I'm doing, just use Salamandra instead. That's just a lot trickier. There we go. Okay, that actually did not go too terribly. Let's see how we did on the combo score there. That strategy that I used does not usually meet it. It just doesn't lay out enough hits, and yeah, it did not meet it. Salamandra would get it, but again, as I said, Salamandra is just so much trickier to work. With that taken care of, you probably noticed as I was running up that aside from the Muspelheim, as soon as we get out of the loading screen. I've mostly been cutting the loading screens out, but sometimes I get in mid-thought, so I just leave them in. We've got a resting place here. And we've got a bit of a platforming challenge to get all these resting pieces, but not anything too difficult. Funnily enough, this one right here is kind of the most annoying to get. You just have to jump up to this, do a vault up here, and you got it. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to get the vault up there. Okay, grab this one. Then want to go into a crow within halfway through this jump right here. And then this one you can just clear with Beast Within. Easy peasy, no problem. Even if you fail it, it's not the end of the world. We got a Witch Heart from our Muspelheim challenge, and from this resting place right here, as soon as I get back to it, we cannot just warp back to it. Bayonetta does not have teleportation powers. we can just crack this one open, get the Liberator of Time Bewitchment and Broken Witch Heart. 39 out of 40, so we got one more Broken Moon Pearl to get, one more Broken Witch Heart to get, and one more Umbran Crow to get. We're just swept with collectibles. We are doing great here. Now, if you can see off in the distance there on that rock, you may have noticed a little thing poking off of it. So let's just head up here. And up here, we can actually get on the rocks. A lot of the other rocks, they just have invisible walls over them. This one does not, because it has a chest here with the only findable red hotshot in the game, at least to my knowledge anyway. I've never been able to see any other. And with all that collected, we can finally go through this gate and get to the end of the chapter.
Rosa! Rosa!
You saw the emblem on his forehead. He's the one you're really after.
What?
We need to get back to my time. We can open a portal from here.
And because you do it so much more rarely in this game, the game once again gives us a tutorial on Witch Walk. But yeah, Rosa has been killed, and we're kind of bookending our journey here, so let's just get out of here.
The dimensional portal is opening. We need to get back to my time. Quickly! There's no time!
Balder, please take care of Cereza. Our dear sweet child will awaken to her potential. She will awaken to the eyes of the world.
Rosa!
Balder!
Mummy?
Mummy! No!
And with that, everything comes full circle, and we're returning to the present to finish this story off. Ah, Stone Award. Oh well. I suppose you're right, Enzo. I suppose you're right. But that is Chapter 15. Don't really get anything after completing that, save for a verse card, but hey, we also got another Bewitchment. And with that all said and done, the final chapter, Chapter 16, Sovereign Power, is open to us. So in the next video, we'll be seeing the end. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you next time. But until then, goodbye.